Imagine this. Imagine every thought you have floating above your head. No filters, no secrets, no mercy. Every ugly impulse, every dirty fantasy, every lie you tell yourself on full display. But the worst part? It didn't happen to them. It happened to you. Welcome to Alter Flecht, where we don't just imagine the impossible, we make it bleed. Tonight, we step into a world that broke humanity in ways no one saw coming. A world where privacy died overnight and every mind became a public broadcast. Mind on display, the world where thoughts became visible. It started quietly. No warnings, no explosions, no divine proclamation. Just another ordinary morning, until it wasn't. One moment, your thoughts were safe behind your skull. The next, they were floating above you in crisp, glowing letters. Real-time, unfiltered. The first reactions were almost comical. Denial, then panic. Then the kind of nervous laughter that dies in your throat when you realize the joke is on every single one of you. By sunset on day one, the world had already changed forever. Privacy was dead. Shame became currency. You wake up the next morning, and there it is, floating above your pillow like an unwelcome ghost, your very first thought of the day, on full display. Even before you've had coffee, you try to ignore it, but every mundane moment betrays you. The grocery list in your head becomes public domain. Outside, it's worse. The polite mask everyone wore is gone. Your barista knows exactly how much you despise small talk. The stranger on the bus reads that you're judging his outfit, while you read that he's imagining you naked. Eye contact becomes Russian roulette. By the end of day one, the simple act of living felt like walking naked through a hall of mirrors. Every errand, every conversation, every quiet moment alone, violated. Now imagine the real damage. Not the strangers, not the barista, the people who once knew the version of you that you carefully curated. First dates became psychological warfare. Every flirty line you rehearsed was betrayed by the glowing truth above your head. Marriages that survived on polite lies collapsed in hours. I still find you attractive became impossible when the truth glowed in 72-point font. Family dinners turned into public executions of love. Parents saw their children's unfiltered resentment. Children watched their parents' quiet disappointments bloom overhead like poisonous flowers. Intimacy didn't just die, it was vivisected in real time. You think that's bad? Wait until you see what happens when society itself tries to function. Politics became impossible theater. Presidents stood at podiums while their secret contempt for voters glowed overhead. Judges sentenced people as their own biases floated in bright letters. Boardrooms turned into bloodbaths. Celebrities fell fastest. The red carpet became a parade of exposed vanity and quiet self-loathing. Those who thrived were the ones with the least to hide, or the ones ruthless enough to embrace the exposure. By the end of the first month, exposure had become something far worse than embarrassment. It became psychological torture. Depression became public spectacle. Anxiety attacks played out in real time for anyone to watch. Suicidal ideation floated above heads like neon invitations. Violence erupted not from disagreement, but from raw, unfiltered exposure. Humanity reached its breaking point when we realized the true horror. We were never as good as we pretended to be. The visible thoughts didn't create the darkness inside us. They only forced us to stop looking away from it. 2 years passed. The visible thoughts never left. They simply settled. Humanity adapted the way it always does, by learning to live inside the wound. Small talk died completely. Relationships that survived were forged in radical honesty, or they didn't survive at all. We became a species that could no longer lie to itself. No more comforting illusions about our own goodness. In this world, self-awareness wasn't a virtue, it was mandatory. And with it came a strange, terrible kind of freedom. The freedom of finally being seen exactly as we are. So tell me, right now, as you sit there watching this, what would be floating above your head? Would it be something you could live with? Or would the world finally see the version of you that you've spent your entire life trying to hide? If this reality unsettled you, If it made you pause and look at the thoughts swirling in your own mind, there are more worlds waiting. Darker ones, truer ones. Stay here with us in Alterflect, and we'll keep pulling back the curtain.